everybody. Hi, welcome back. Today, before I start, because some of you might not know me, my name is Legion. This is my channel. Legion means beautiful and gentle in my native language. Today, we have a very, very special guest. This is the first special guest, and she's a good friend of mine. Her name is Angela Tedesco. Angela is a licensed esthetician and aesthetic instructor. She has 12 years in the beauty industry with experience many in Las Vegas spas, retail location, and golf course. At this moment, we would like to have a warm welcome to our special guest. Angela, why don't you introduce yourself, what you do, and what are you up to right now, since we are all at home?
Hello, everyone. I'm Angela. Like Legion said, I am a licensed esthetician and a licensed aesthetic instructor. I teach at Euphoria Institute of Beauty Arts and Sciences, and I'm also a mobile esthetician. Well, before we went into isolation and quarantine, but I specialize in different things: makeup, skincare, waxing, natural beauty, energy work, and education. So I'm so happy to be here today.
Wow. Warm welcome to Legion's channel. I'm so glad you will be able to do this for our viewers, since everybody's at home mostly, I believe, work from home. And we do need the people like you. You see, I'm doing this so-called virtual facial preparation. Although I can't do anything right now, but I would like to know, Angela, how did you get inspired to this journey of skincare journey, this specialist? What motivates you, or what is going on that make you to be like you are today? Can you just say a little bit so people might be interested, especially young lady, maybe they are into beauty school too? Okay.
Yes, very much. So I wanted to become an esthetician a while back. I was in college, I was a dance major, and I wasn't going very far with that major. So I decided to go more into makeup because I had a passion for special effects makeup. So I went to beauty school. I graduated in 2008 and moved out here to Las Vegas, and just worked at a lot of different places. And so the reason I wanted to be an instructor was because I was working with a lot of estheticians out here in Las Vegas that just needed a little bit more inspiration, a lot more motivation, and I felt like I could be a good change for the types of estheticians that we were putting out there, almost like a passing of the torch in a way. So I was really inspired to want to train the next generation with my knowledge.
Wow, that's nice. It's take you about 10 years, is it? From
Yeah,
beauty?
from when I started, yeah, till now. So
Wow, that's
yeah.
amazing. I'm an interpreter too. I started in the end of 2008, but this is not my lane right now. This is your lane. So I'm not going to talk about me, but I also do about 10 years in Vegas. Also, it's
Hmm.
interesting about you and me. We met several years ago, and Angela become a friend. So we continue to keep in contact. So when I got this chance of the Legion channel, the first person I think about is to invite her to this channel to share her experience. Since we are all at home now, right, mostly. So I would like to ask Angela maybe to share with some tips, tricks, how we can do something from home base to make us ourselves more beautiful. Maybe a basic thing. I think you have a lot of to share. I will let you go ahead.
Okay. So something that we all have to be mindful of at this time while we are in isolation, stuck at home, is that we are not, going outside. We're not moving around a lot like we normally do. So something that can happen to our skin is we can have a buildup in a way of dead skin cells on our whole body. So something I think is super important for us in this time is to exfoliate. And many of you may know how to exfoliate now, but I thought I would just touch briefly on ways that you can exfoliate from home with things that you may find around your home, maybe in your pantry, maybe in your kitchen. Just some very basic ingredients that you can use to get a really good exfoliation and keep your cells turning over for beauty.
It sounds wonderful.
So I did create a little document to just kind of briefly go over a few things that are easy to use at home. There are different types of exfoliations that we can use. There's a physical exfoliation where it has a little bit of a grit or a grain to it. And then there are chemical or enzyme exfoliations, which would be something like a milk, a yogurt. Fruits have a lot of natural fruit enzymes that digest the dead cells. So there's lots of easy ways that you could go in your kitchen.
Yes,
More natural.
And inexpensive too, right?
Definitely inexpensive. Something, just a little tidbit for you to know about your skin. The number of years you are in age is about how many days your cells naturally turn over. So I won't necessarily say how old I am, but we'll just say if somebody is about 60 years old, it takes about 60 days for their cells to turn over. So just food for thought. They will turn over naturally anyway, but since we are so stuck at home right now, we need that little extra love on our skin to get rid of all that dead surface skin.
Angela, in our in this channel, I believe there's millennium, right? And they could be Generation X, baby boomer, or maybe people more elderly, or maybe teenager. We don't know. Generation Z. The mom could bring their daughters or even son to come to the show. So the thing that you explained, would that apply to every type of skin type and all ages, not only for elderly or seniors?
Yes, absolutely. So the myth about exfoliation is a lot of our younger generations, maybe they're in their 20s, think that they have to exfoliate more. It's actually the opposite. So if I were 20 years old, then my cells are going to naturally turn over about 20 days. So it's a lot quicker a process, so I don't have to exfoliate as much. Now, when I'm older and I am, in an older generation, I have to actually exfoliate a little bit more because everything slows down in the process. So you have to just help it along a little bit quicker. Ideally, you want to exfoliate 1 to 2 times a week if you have a little bit more of the sensitive skin side. If you have more oily, maybe acneic skin, you might want to exfoliate 3 to 4 times a week. But it also depends what you're using for that exfoliation.
Wow, that's a great enlightenment. I never knew about this age difference. You do it less or more. That's really a great learning. I really love it. I believe you also have a free gift. Earlier this morning, I received a gift. So I printed out like that. So this is a gift from Angela for everybody who is interested. I have the description down below on this video, and you can contact Angela, send her email if you like this one. This is very precious. And just put on the subject line, maybe like Legion, free gift. Does it sound good, Angela, to you?
Sounds good. Sounds perfect.
Yes, that's really great. And I would like to ask you, before we wrap up, is what does success mean to you, Angela?
That's a very deep question for me. I think success for me is doing what you love and just being happy and enjoying what you love. If you're passionate about it and you're doing what you love every day, I think that is being successful.
Yes, that's very nice. I also like to share a little bit about what does success mean to me too. So success to me in my book, which is Martin and His Piglet, is said at the end of the paragraph, it's a lot of passion, focus, concentration, and of course, a lot of work, effort, so we can pursue our dream and make it successful and accomplish. That's my success. So thank you very much, Angela, for your sharing. and willing to come to the my first special guest channel. And hopefully you are staying safe with your family, loved one. And maybe we'll invite you back again. If people have a good comments, maybe they can ask you a question down below. What do you think?
That's perfect. I will be there.
Yes. So before we end this one, I would like to say to everybody, so dare to dream. The time is now. If you like this video, please do subscribe and down below, or share with your friends or family. Maybe they will like it. Okay. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much, Angela. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.